Okay.
So on this episode, we are going to talk about distance relationship in our modern day life, in our social life. I hope you all been in a distance relationship before.
No.
If not been in that,
Yeah.
okay, I don't. So I read a popular story from online from a guy called Bismarck. It goes like this.
Bismarck, a 25 years boy who is from Ghana and lived there all his life, got the chance to travel outside the country to study medicine. Before he left, he was dating this girl called Gifty, a makeup artist and a student. Gifty, on the other hand, also lived all her life in Ghana, so these two were humbly dating for 3 years. After 5 to 6 months of Bismarck staying away from the country, started feeling insecure about the girlfriend due to the way the girl normally go out with friends to chill and go to events in the night. This was so unlikely of her. So Esma called to ask why the sudden change of lifestyle.
Okay, so as for me, I'm just surprised because imagine you have a boyfriend outside. One home kind of bad. One guy is outside. UK. Like, mommy to like ladies too will cheat and men too will cheat. 80. I think they for the lady to cheat here, no, it's what the man did before the lady. Tell yourself that this is the man or the guy that I'm looking forward for him to marry me. But later it will get to a point where you are wasting your time. That's when you have to get some backup, as she said earlier.
Men with their ego, no, you
there are some
cannot change
things
it.
when who say happy, Charlie, you have to cut it off.
Yeah.
And so because a beggar way, you've tried and tried and tried. Well,
That's what they don't get about.
West.
Sometimes I see these stories. I took care of her when she was in school, paid the school fees, everything, and then she left me for another man. Mind you, he will not be like, oh, I was doing this, I did this to her, I did that to her, but then it's always the lady's fault. He probably did something, not probably, he did something to her as to why she left him, and then she has every right. She didn't force, she did not beg you to pay for her. You did it out of love.
Yes, you know that you have a man who is in UK, and maybe when he was going, he was like probably after some 5 years or 6 years over by 10 years on by 15 years on by, and you are still there.
God have mercy.
So did you have patience or what?
We just break
Yeah.
up. I was angry at the spot.
Why? Just because YouTube said
Not like you two.
Okay, because she
I was
Just because
angry
you're-
because I was not able to do it for someone to do it.
oh that I thought because you let something wrong.
No, wait. I'm not using that.
As you are seeing me like
No,
this,
no, wait.
give me like 2 years away. Ube won't say, hey, why am I you the same way. Recently, let me tell you this.
Anyway, probably I'll have a backup. Is you are there, but then I mean you're not even minding me. Like no communication. You know some guys can do that. No, you and then the excuse will be like,
They're
you know I'm
always
doing
busy.
medicine, and then I'm always busy. I have to do this work. Mind
What-
you,
what you
if
said
you
when you
love
were saying
it, like
about
you. We
You
have
always
married couples
make
and like
time for
the husband is
your
doing like
life.
7 jobs, but then he still makes time for his wife and kids.
I think growing up, I saw sex to be like, hey, okay, sexy, that not abomination be and a whole lot. Once I've now come to understand, ever since I say, if you had 10%,
Yeah.
or maybe you had thousands, when you're why the same money. Yes, and my question is, you are what we are doing is the same.
Well, I mean, it's
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know.
What if schooling guy is the same? How will you know?
And nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But schooling is the same. Because this schooling that we went and they were trying to tell us prevention is better than cure. Your school that they
No,
taught us.
no, teaching is different. Me,
And yeah, for the
teach you.
science is funny day.
And they are they want to learn.
They are all
I feel like they want to explore more.
They want
to know
to
more than what God did.
Yeah, it's interesting. Then you
Yeah.
have a long way to go.
I mean,
there.
for the sex before after marriage, I feel like here, personally, I feel like it's in the Bible says that like wherever we should avoid it, like we should run from like lust and sex. I understand, but then that like it just happens. Like you just do it because you love this person so much. Then you feel like let me just do it. I mean, they've been talking about sex. Sometimes I blame the society we find ourselves in.
Of
Talk about
course.
sex like this. Sometimes if you're a virgin, sometimes
Yeah, that's what they
you
use.
see, if you like, mommy,
It's like, I don't know.
You don't know.
you see, that's what they
Yeah,
do.
you
That's what
understand
men do. They don't
Yeah.
know. They don't know
I
anything.
agree.
No, I'm trying to say, tell you that, like, you do things, but not necessarily sex, like,
Things like
So
what?
things like what?
It's like kissing, like,
That you know
normally-
to lead to sex.
That you know. It means that like
so
you want
it's not all
to.
kissing that leads to sex. What about people who eat with it?
Which one? So
It's like-
are you
it's
trying
like-
to say the peg on the person cheeks?
No,
or
we're not talking about
we have
peg, I'm
a
talking
peg
about
on the
kissing.
lips, but then this
What
like you're making out.
you meet in town?
And then
Or
you make
shoot
out-
them,
No,
and
that's
then
a posture.
Oh, okay.
That's a posture. It's a wrong. I mean, I was thinking I'll have some blockage because like, it's
That's
like
not
opening
how it is.
something.
Oh.
No, me. Okay, me at this stage, like, I do steady young women. Not like a steady woman, but.
She's your girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
so
you can touch her.
So
you
you
need-
some touching,
you need-
also touching me. Never someone else say so maybe I be
So
wrong.
well, in terms of
It was
touch.
accidental.
Why you not you touch me first?
You touch her.
And she touched me first before I touched Ah wait. Oh no, so
Bitch.
you need to
I'm
know.
really surprised. See, they have to-
I know
they have to
where my
yeah.
turn on. I know where my turn on is. She's
Oh,
aware
you
of
told-
it.
when you told her.
She's aware. Not like
You
I
wanted
told her,
her
but
to
she
tell
found
you.
out one
No,
way or another. No, wait, she found out.
How would
You
she
told
find
her.
out?
Not like told her, like
I told
before.
her. So in the process of you guys making out and maybe you touch someone you felt it, there's like, keep on touching this.
Yeah.
So that's where you find. So
It's painful, but it's normal feeling.
which one?
When you feel like doing it and you don't do it.
For me, for now at this stage, I can control myself. But at that time, I could not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's painful. For now, I mean, I can control. Yeah, it's very painful.
It's
When you don't have any idea what or to control it, we can control it as a guy.
Inside her.
Not like inside, but we're just playing around. So I got.
That's just the surface of it.